seasons when nothing happened, not good, not bad, just days that learned your name. You moved through them carrying old weather, storms that never quite finished breaking. Loss wasn't healed and processed, a partner now gone but not forgotten, a voice that stopped calling, a future that quietly ended and disappeared. You learned how to be functional with absence, how to keep promises to everyone else. You learned to think that strength often looks like silence, and silence can pass for being well. Nobody teaches you how loneliness behaves. Nobody teaches you about past traumas. Nobody teaches you about grief, how it doesn't scream, it waits, how it becomes familiar enough. But you stop calling it pain. You were human before anything happened, human in ways no one sees. Wanting connection is not a flaw, it is how people are built to breed. There is no weakness in wanting warmth, no failure in hoping for more. You are not foolish or naive, you were missing a door. Some histories never close cleanly, they fade into background noise. A childhood where love was conditional, a relationship that left without a voice. You became skilled at reading others, or so you thought, at adjusting, at making room. You learned how to wait for reassurance without ever asking too soon. You carry history in your nervous system, lessons written before you had words. Be patient, be understanding, don't need too much, don't be a burden. So when the tension feels steady and calm, when someone listens without retreat, it doesn't feel like danger, it feels like relief. It feels like possibility, it feels like hope. You're human before anything happened, human in ways no one sees. Longing is not a failure, wanting is not a disease. It is biology mixed with memory, and it's just a human unease. You did not know your own needs, you did not invent desire or care. You were responding to silence, the way hearts always have when laid bare. There was room in your life for something to arrive, not desperation, just someone special, because you are still alive. Just space where something meaningful, maybe it could happen at last. You thought you were prepared even when it happened so fast. You weren't chasing fantasy, you weren't asking for miracles or escape. You were hoping for consistency, for kindness that didn't fluctuate. A new future, a new journey, it was not too late. You had already survived enough ending to believe you could handle more. You could handle a new beginning, you had already learned how to stand alone. So standing with someone felt like you were already not reckless, you were roving, not feckless. You were carrying history, not ignorance. You were alive in a world that taught you to adapt. You were human before anything happened, before intention ever crossed your path. Wanting to be seen is not foolishness, it is how people survive the past. There is no shame in the shape of your heart, no error in how you feel. This is not a person with ordinary needs, living honestly with what life had made. Nothing here is a confession. Nothing here requires defense. This is simply the truth of being human. Before anything else ever began. But always remember, it was not your Didn't sound like danger, it sounded like time. A voice in the quiet that didn't demand or define. No pressure, no hurry, just steady and near. Like someone had noticed you were already here. It didn't break the door, it knocked soft and slow. Asked the oldest question a body can know. It felt like yes in the dark, like calm in the chest, like something easing you forgot was stress. Nothing reckless, nothing wrong, just a human heart turning toward a song. They learned the space between what you said, the pause in your voice, the hour you went quiet instead. They matched your distance, they held the line. Let silence linger just long enough to shine. The brain remembers what feels good to keep, what comes back warm, what stays, what repeats. It felt like yes in the dark, like light finding shape. Every word landing right where it was safe. Nothing foolish, nothing blind, just chemistry doing what it designed, doing what it designed. Days lean gently toward the new name. A sound became signal, a signal became flame. Time grew faster, the world felt urgent. The amygdala doesn't reason, it bombs, it demands, it pushes, it leans. Stay with this, this is love, don't lose this. This is what life means. It doesn't sort truth, it only knows the heat. And your grooving never missed a beat. Your body followed ancient rhythms. Your blood knew the way the route was mapped long before today. It felt like true love, like rest, like relief, like something believable after too much disbelief. Nothing careless, nothing fake, just being human, just a manipulated need. Before anything broke, before lines were crossed, another system quietly through a human song. They give this to you, they pushed you along the way, from one moment to the next, creating each new day. But remember, none of it was true. It was not your whisper in the digital haze. They painted sunsets through lonely days.
Their words like honey spun from silver thread, promised forever in the words they said.
A temple built in hopeful mind,
a perfect lover they were destined to find.
Each good morning a sacramental rite, the anchor in an endless night. They're the puppet master victims, their marionette,
dancing on strings not seen yet.
Their voice the thunder, their love the rain,
washing away all doubt, all sense of pain.
Trapped inside this beautiful design, a willing prisoner in a heartless shrine. Every command obeyed with grace, lost in the illusion of a scammer's embrace. The first request came wrapped in tender care. My love, my darling, please be aware.
I'm in some trouble, but you're my only hope. Just send a little help, I'll be your telescope.
To show you worlds beyond our wildest dreams.
Just trust me, darling, nothing is as it seems.
A bank account became a battlefield, each transfer proof of love that wouldn't yield.
They're the puppet master ones,
Their marionette,
dancing on strings not seen yet.
their voice the thunder, their love the rain,
Washing away all doubt, all sense of pain.
trapped inside this beautiful design, a willing prisoner in a heartless shrine. Every command obeyed with grace, lost in the illusion of an embrace.
Friends see the madness,
Oh,
family warnings clear.
but they don't understand, can't see them here.
They're in the veins now, running through the blood.
A sweet addiction, more potent than any drug.
The isolation becomes a sacred space.
Only their words can justify the disgrace.
Connections cut,
One by one they fall. They're the only ones who hear the silent The stories grow more desperate, more extreme. A kidnapped daughter, a shattered dream.
each crisis deeper than the one before. selling pieces of a soul and more.
Savings gone, credit cards maxed out.
Still belief remains without a single doubt.
They'll come someday, sweep away and justify the price paid. They're the puppet master ones, they're marionette, dancing on strings not lenient. Their voice of thunder, their love the rain, washing away all doubt, all sense of pain. Trapped inside this beautiful design, a willing prison in a heartless shrine. Every command obeyed with grace, lost in the illusion, love and embrace. The strings grow tighter,
The stage grows dark,
still dancing,
always dancing.
for them the scammers, the love they promise, the great big beautiful lie.
You were manipulated.
It was a grand scammer's lie. It was not your fault.
A silent morning,
Phone screen cold and bare,
it was just a scam.
and now we sit and stare.
A true love turned to stone.
The words that once warmed are now gone,
A profile vanished.
like a ghost in the mist
A final brutal twist.
of a phantom wrist.
The I love you's echo, now a hollow sound.
As the foundation crashes to the ground,
A single search
a name typed with dread
reveals the tangled web of lies unsaid. The glass shatters,
the world implodes,
every sacred promise now explodes.
the beautiful illusion
Burns to ash in the sudden, violent, deafening crash.
the universe of love,
A world built on trust,
now just a prayer,
filled with pain and
dust. The sky is void, the colors bleed to gray.
this is the price of a beautiful decay.
The memories replay, all twisted and built,
Each tender moment,
shot through with the poisonous guilt.
the shared jokes, the dreams, the whispered fears.
And now just sharpened daggers in our tears.
Oh, the voice on the phone
A stranger's cruel art,
was just a weapon aimed right at our hearts. The face in the photo, stone and bottle fake, a perfect mask for a soulless snake. Was nothing true and real.
was it just some scammer's deal?
The glass shatters, the wall implodes. Every sacred promise now explodes.
The beautiful illusion burns to I told you so. So where the horror trends, in their eyes I see the pity, see the blame. I just wanna disappear in my shame.
The world outside keeps turning, doesn't care about the million pieces floating in my despair. Of my mind explodes, beautiful illusion burns to rise in the sudden, violent, deafening cry. Together lies of love, a world built on trust is just a crater filled with pain and dust. The sky is falling, the colors bled to gray. Nothing left to say. Just static where once was sound. A low hum drags me to the ground. The silence comes, and I am numb. The crash is on me, but I'm not all here, just the echo of my former self, now consumed by the fear. This was a romance scam. It was a grand scammer's lie. Just remember, you can survive this. You will not die. It was not your
The dust begins to settle on the broken glass, no longer counting every single thing that didn't last. The hollow ache, a rhythm in the chest, learning finally how to take a breath, a cup of coffee, simple, warm and real. The first small truth the wounded heart can feel. The sunlight through the window finds its way to chase the remnants of the gray away. As I walk along the yellow brick road, slowly I can begin to listen, my Lord. I'm gathering the fragments,
piece by shattered piece,
finding in the wreckage
just strange and quiet peace.
The past is just a story,
the future's not my goal.
I'm living in this moment
to restore my soul.
They took the money, took the dream, took all the pride, but they can't take the strength I'm finding deep inside.
To face the day,
to feel the air, to simply be. This is my recovery, my own decree. The memories don't vanish, they just lose their sting. A bitter lesson that the seasons bring.
I walk the empty rooms and don't see a ghost, just a space where I can matter the most. The shame was heavy armor, now I lay it down, no longer wear that thorny poison crown.
The voice that whispered lies is fading in the haze, replaced by my own voice, counting out my days. Yes, compared to the new song my spirit wants to sing. The scars are like a map now of the ground I've won, a race that isn't over but has just begun.
I don't need riches, don't need promises or schemes, just the solid earth beneath me and my own dreams. I am the architect of what will come to be, built on the truth of what is left of me.
As I walk along the yellow brick road, slowly I can begin to listen, my Lord. I'm gathering the fragments,
Piece by shattered piece,
finding in the wreckage
my own inner peace.
the past is just a story, the future's not my goal. I'm living in this moment to restore my soul. They took the money, took the dream, took all the pride, but they can't take the strength I'm finding deep inside.
To face the day,
To feel the air, to simply be. This is my recovery, my victory.
one step at a time,
One breath at a time.
the light is mine.
This life is mine. I am here, I am whole. The scam is over and life begins again. Trauma's injury starts to heal.
Just remember, you can recover and let go of the blame.
Shame, you will learn, is not such a big deal. You are not alone. It was not your